I called it the Something Something Saturday show on Whatnot. It was a mix of Nintendo stuff, some import games, some Famicom, some Super Famicom stuff, plus a lot of stuff that was in the Buy It Now. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that started. Let me go ahead and get onto the stream so I can make sure if anybody's chatting I can keep up with y'all. So first of all, I want to say thank you to everybody that purchased from us on Saturday. We really appreciate it. We're going to get these out to the post office today for y'all. And yeah, I think we're going to have another show tomorrow, so be sure to bookmark that, or at least come and hang out with us. It's General Malice on Whatnot, all one word, all lowercase. Like I said, I'm Miss Malice. Let's go ahead and get started. So our first item that we're going to pack is going out to Arc Truth. And y'all, we had a ton of new buyers this week. The last two shows we've had have been predominantly new buyers, so we appreciate all the new buyers coming into the stream and checking us out. This is what we like to do. We like to pack all of our stuff on stream so you guys can check and make sure your stuff is packed and that you like the way it's packed and stuff like that. You can also come and hang out with us. We also stream all of our Whatnot shows onto YouTube and Twitch as well. It's for 100% transparency, so in case there's any issues and you're like, oh no, I thought I got, you know, a Famicom game, or oh, I thought I got a Super Famicom game. It really helps, one, for us to have the record of what was sold, and two, for y'all to go back and check. There has been a few issues that have been resolved because of our videos. So, plus it's also kind of fun to see what goes on a Whatnot stream, and to have a record of it, because Whatnot didn't have a record of the shows up until recently. They just started providing video on demand service for us. So, that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So the first item is going to be Bully for the Wii, and this is going out to Arc Truth. Like I said, they're a new buyer, so it's CIB. The condition of all these items was shown in stream, but I do like to show if the box or the game is easy for me to get open, I do like to show it on stream just for good measure. In general, I think is going to be upstairs streaming on TikTok today. He's going to be playing some Sega Saturn games. Got a little thank you note in there, our packing slip, and we'll get this out. Hope everybody's having a great, what day is it, Monday? Friday. What day is today? Monday. Oh boy. I was like, it wouldn't be Friday, because I wouldn't be packing on a Friday if we had the show on Saturday. That would have been not great customer service. We typically pack the next business day after the show. So if we have a show on Saturday, we pack on Monday. Sometimes I'll pack on Sunday, but Sundays are kind of busy for us, so it's also nice to have a little bit of a break. Anyways, like I said, this is going out to Arc Truth. Alrighty. So the next one is going to B8 RG 6K57G QJ. Anyways, I was like, what does it stand for? And they're like, oh, I'm a new user. I haven't got a chance to make my name yet. So anyway, they picked up the Nintendo 3DS XL Mario and Luigi edition. It does have some box damage. They are aware of that. Okay. It has all of the inserts and the books right there. It has the console right here. Make sure it has a charger. That side is still sealed. I don't think it has a charger in here. No, I'm gonna have to ask General to grab one real quick. 3DS XL. So I'm gonna hold off on packing this one since I don't have the charger for it right this second. But they also, on top of getting that game, they also got, or that console, they got Scribblenauts Unlimited. This was just included with the game, with the console. So, hey y'all, thanks for joining. I'm just going to text General and let him know I need a 3DS XL charger. Please. Okay. anyways. All right. So like I said, we're going to hold off unpacking this since we don't have the charger in there right this second. But we will get right back to it. So up next we have Big Tanner 501, and they picked up 2 Dragon Ball games. They got Dragon Ball Z 3 for the Famicom, right here. And it's super cool. It's got tons of stickers on it. So it's got a label on the spine, a label on the back. Even the actual, like, the Famicom Nintendo label has Dragon Ball Z branding on it. So that's really cool. Then they also got this Dragon Ball game. Same situation. It's got the spine label and the label on the back. So super neat. Big Tanner is a new purchaser from us. So we appreciate that. Let's get this all tucked in there. Like I said, hope everybody's having a great Monday. So whenever I pack carts in a bag, I always put the like the part that goes into the game, I put those touching each other so that nothing is rubbing up against the label. So I'm not going to put the cart teeth part on top of a label or the spine so that it doesn't rub against there. I know it might not make a difference, but I just think that, you know, if it could possibly cause any damage to the label, I don't want to do that. I also have a rule that nothing over $50 gets shipped in a bubble mailer. It'll get shipped in a box. So just for safekeeping, you know, like a Silent Hill game isn't going to get shipped in a bubble mailer. I haven't had any issues with anything getting shipped in a bubble mailer. I've never had games get broken or anything like that. But just, you know, for safekeeping, we like to keep it safe. All right, so up next is Bo Pran. And Bo Pran got a bunch of stuff, and they are a returning customer of ours. So they picked up the new Super Mario Bros. 2 game for the 3DS. It's an American game. They also got a Japanese Wii Sports Resort. It has the silicone cover for the Wii Mote, and it also has the Motion Plus attachment in there. The box is in really, really nice shape. This did come from Japan. You can see that it's been opened here, but it doesn't look like it's been opened down here, so I'm just going to be careful with it. It was shown in stream. They also picked up Final Fantasy 3. This is for the Famicom. This is the Japanese import version. Then they also got Final Fantasy 6 for the Super Famicom and Final Fantasy 5 for the Super Famicom. Hey, what's up, Chef Fish? How are you? They also picked up a Final Fantasy bundle for the PlayStation 1. So they got Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 7, and Final Fantasy... Wait. Hold on. I gotta grab the right one. So they got Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 7, and Final Fantasy 8, I believe is what it is. But let me go grab that. That's right over here. Yeah, it was a pretty big show on Saturday, that is for sure. It's kind of crazy. Let's see here. Alright, let's see here. I have to go check another spot real quick. Is that the right one? Make sure. Seven, 8, and 9. Okay. Got one more spot I can check real quick. Alright. Sorry about that, y'all. I also needed the bubble wrap. Wouldn't have gotten very far without all of this. So, sorry for leaving y'all hanging for a second. Whew. Had me nervous though. Okay, so Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8, and Final Fantasy 9. Okay. So that's good. Then, what else did they get? Got the new Super Mario Bros. 2. Then they got the Great Reversal Trial Ryunosuke's Advanced Special Book for the 3DS. This is right here. They also picked up this Final Fantasy 6 and 5 Famicom carts. They got the Nintendo Wii Sports Resort Motion Plus adapter, and they got the Final Fantasy 3 CIB for the Famicom. So, that is everything. So we're going to go ahead and get this all wrapped up. Definitely got myself a little nervous there for a second. I was like, oh no, what did I do? Okay. So this is why we do these recordings though, and we go over the items while we're packing it. Just because sometimes, you know, we are all humans and, you know, people make mistakes, or sometimes things are overlooked, or you're like, oh no, I swear, I thought I had this, or whatever, you know, especially me, I'm not as familiar with the older games as General Malice is. I also didn't have Nintendo stuff when I was a kid growing up, so I like to make sure that I double check and triple check that I'm packing the right items. So then I can also go back. There's been one time where I thought I sent something to Chef Fish, and I literally was like, I was debating because we were getting ready to go out of town, and I was like, she normally comes over and picks up all of her stuff, but I should just ship it to her because we're going to be gone for a while. That way she doesn't have to wait for it, and blah, blah, blah. And I went back and forth with myself, you know, like, I should ship it. No, I'm going to keep it at the house. That way she can just come by and pick it up when we get back home. And, yeah, she's like, I still haven't gotten this. And I was like, no, I sent it to you. And she's like, I still haven't gotten it. And anyways, I went back and reviewed the video, and I had set it on the counter, or on the shelf, and I even reminded myself in the video, like, don't forget that you put it right here so that Chef Fish can come pick it up when she gets back. Watching the video, and I was able to go right to where it was, and I was like, oh yeah, there it is, perfect. So, the video is just as much for me as it is for y'all. Okay. I do love having these big rolls of bubble wrap. I kind of wish they were perforated though. I do have to kind of cut them, which I guess is nice because there's sometimes where you need like a super long sheet of bubble wrap, and having it perforated and you accidentally rip it because you pulled on the roll too hard and then like you separated where you actually needed it. But it is a little bit of extra work to have to cut it every time. No big deal. So yeah, we had a new video come out today on YouTube. It is episode 7 of our adventures in Japan. So that was our very first day picking up a huge amount of video games from the book off. So it was so much stuff, y'all. Like, I don't remember if it was in the video or not, but I was just sitting there like, oh my gosh, kind of getting overwhelmed with the amount of items that we were getting, because at first they're like, well, we don't have a box that we can put all this stuff in. So we were like, well, how are we supposed to get it out of here? And eventually they were like, okay, well, we have a box that y'all can use. And so they boxed everything up for us. But then we were like, okay, well, now we have 3 huge boxes or 4 huge boxes of stuff. Maybe it was more than that. It was a lot. And we were like, well, how are we going to get this back home? So I was like, well, let me see if I can find like a cart. You know, maybe we can go buy a cart and we can carry all the stuff home if we just have like a rolling cart, you know, like what you would deliver food with if you had like a big food order, or you know, just like a flat little push cart thing. And so we didn't know at this time, because this is only our like 5th or 6th day there, that the Don Quixotes had rolling carts. So I walked about 2 miles to go find this little hardware store to go find a rolling cart that we could bring all the items back to the hotel with. And so it was really cute. Like, I walked through this really, really cute little neighborhood. It was all uphill though. I walked by the Sunshine City Mall. So I found out where that was, which we got to go to on the next day. We went to the Pokemon Center in the Sunshine City Mall the next day, and saw like a bunch of different like parks that were in that part of Tokyo. So it was just really pretty. It was a really nice walk. It's a long walk, but you know, I was able to get the cart. We got it back. We were able to get everything on the train and got it back to our hotel. No problem. Well, I say no problem. I'm actually kind of fibbing a little bit because it was raining so bad that day that as we were leaving the train station, we were like, well, you know, at this point we hadn't thought about using a taxi to get everything back to the hotel. We were like, no. We'll just go from the train station. We'll put all the stuff on the train. We'll get off and we'll just walk home. It's only like a mile and a half. You know, it's only like a 20-minute walk. No big deal, right? Well, it started raining, and our umbrellas, one of our umbrellas broke while we were walking, and the boxes were all getting wet. So as we're walking, the boxes are starting to come apart at the seams, and we're pushing everything down this huge hill of the Ueno train station. And we get to the bottom of the hill and we're crossing the street and General hits a pothole and literally the whole tower of boxes falls over in the middle of the street. So we're trying to like readjust the boxes to make sure that none of the games are falling out because it's full of loose cartridges. And yeah, it was an adventure. When the stuff fell in the middle of the intersection, there was like 5 people watching us. Out of those 5 people watching us, nobody stopped to help, but 2 people did stop to record and laugh at us. So that was pretty funny, but we managed to get everything to the hotel and get unpacked and everything was fine. But we learned on that day that, you know, it's probably just in our best interest to pay the 1,200 yen to get from the train station back to the hotel, and that they would just drop us off right in front of it. So from that day on, we used the taxis to get us back home from the train station whenever we were carrying items. So we haven't gotten to the video yet where the trains wouldn't let us on the train that day. They were like, no, you have too much stuff. And so that day was a very expensive lesson learned. It cost us about $90 American to pay for the taxi to get us from the train station in, oh gosh, why can't I remember the name? Anyways, it doesn't matter what the train station was called, but yeah, it was about a 45-minute ride in traffic, and about $90 on the train, on the taxi to get us home that day. So, but we made it safe and sound. Alrighty. So that was Beaupran.
Beaupran!
Yeah.
Choo! I got my Beaupran.
Alright, up next is Dan Clear.
You said Dank.
Yeah, well, it's DANKIELUR, but actually when I saw their name, I realized that their first name is Dan and their last name is Clear, so it's Dan Clear.
Dink.
Yeah. Did you see my message, babe?
Nope.
Okay, I need a charger for the 3DS.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I just packed it without even showing y'all. So, they won a giveaway. It was their first time in our stream, and they got a Monster Hunter 3G for the Nintendo 3DS. This is a Japanese import game. So, these games aren't region-free. They are region-locked, so you'd have to have a Japanese 3DS in order to play. But it's still cool because the artwork is really nice. It's kind of a neat thing to have in your collection.
We encourage you to buy a 3DS when we get one.
That is very true. So, that's going out to Dan Clear.
I'm going to pretend like I'm the Cowboys. I'm going to throw this interception. You ready?
Okay.
Down said, I don't like winning playoff games. Said, hut.
Got them hands. Alright, so this is going back into B8RG6K5
What did you call me?
7QJ's box. We'll get him all bubbled up. We already showed this earlier in the stream. We're just going to pack it up now because I was waiting for a charger. Good thing General came down here. I could have been waiting all day since he didn't see my message. But like I said, he's getting ready to start streaming on TikTok. I don't know what game he's going to stream today. Pretty sure it's going to be a Saturn game because that's what is upstairs right now. But I'm not for sure. We did do a little bit of Frankensteining on this box. That is okay. When I was in Japan, did I find any cool shells? I never made it to the beach. And honestly, there's so much concrete in Japan. So there's a couple things. So there was so much concrete in Japan that I barely saw grass anywhere. Granted, there was trees, but there wasn't really grass anywhere, except for in the gardens that were in like the tops. Like they would have gardens in the tops of the buildings that you would be at. So imagine you're like in the mall and you go out on the roof and you have like an overlook area. They would have like a little patch of grass there, but you weren't allowed to walk on it. You could just look at it.
No touch.
Yeah, no touching. And then also, they're very big about, like, if somebody loses something, you don't pick it up. So even if you find change on the ground, you just leave it there. It's not, if it's not yours and if you didn't drop it, you just leave it there because they believe that if somebody lost an item that they might come back to look for it, and it's better just to give them the opportunity to find their item where they lost it at than it is for you to pick it up and take it. So I was trying to be very respectful of that culture and just that idea. And so I didn't pick up any rocks. I didn't pick up anything that was like, you know, even the little like confetti and decorations and stuff like that that had fallen down from like the Christmas displays. I just left it there. Like in America, you'd be like, oh yeah, no big deal, you know, a piece of confetti, whatever. I'm gonna take it home with me as a like souvenir. I left it all there. So, but when we go to Okinawa, there is a beach that's all of the sand is made out of tiny. Why can't I think of what they are? Starfishes. So they're like teeny tiny little specks, but they're stars. So my sister-in-law, when she was living in Okinawa with her husband when he was stationed there in the Marines, she sent me home a jar of starfish sand. So when I go to Okinawa, I will be definitely getting some of that, and I will bring you home some of that sand. But yeah, until I get to go to an actual beach, I didn't get to see any seashells. And the other thing is too, like even though Tokyo is right there on the water, they don't really swim in the water in Tokyo. They didn't say it was like, you know, they just, I feel like I read about it and it was more along the lines of they didn't feel it was safe to swim there. Like not that it was like dangerous, but it was just, you know, that just wasn't done in Tokyo. Although there's beautiful beaches and stuff to do it, we never even made it near the water. We went over the water in the train, but never like close enough to where we could get to it. But when we go back, we're gonna go to Tokyo Sea, which is right on the shoreline. So I'm hoping that there might be some stuff there that we can get. That would be kind of cool. So oh, but I do have the little crystals you gave me. They're in my windowsill, in my money tree. So where I keep all my special rocks that I like to look at when I'm washing the dishes. So the little golden healer is right there, and then all the little crystal points are right there, so I get to look at them every day. Yeah, it just makes me smile, so I really appreciate that. Okay, so up next we have Devil and I, and they picked up this Super Mario 3D World Wii with all the kit and caboodle on the inside. And then they also picked up Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon for the Nintendo 3DS. And this is the American version. So I had this box and it already had some bubble bags in there, so I'm going to recycle that. Oh, shells, those shells. So, okay, so I asked them about that, and I only found one shell the entire time I was in Japan, and it was one that I already had for the 3D, or not the 3DS, for the DS. And so when I talked to them, they said that that's more of a China thing. So if I went to China, I'd be more likely to find the shells. I did find parts to repair Nintendo Switches, though, but only the trigger buttons, not the actual ribbon cable clips that I need. So, I just didn't pick anything up like that. But, yeah, like, I was really hoping that, I would find the, GameCube shells, because those are from Japan. The ones that are, they make it into where it'll play a DVD also. Like, it holds a full-size disc, but I did not see those anywhere. So you're sitting here talking about seashells. I'm talking about shells for games, girl. Yeah, I'm just going to have to keep ordering them from Amazon probably. But, I mean, I've not necessarily had the best of luck with those. I actually needed to return some of those today because I had some that were damaged and I needed to return them to Amazon because they are damaged. Yeah, and I was supposed to do that before I left for Japan, and I did not. Alright, so put the thank you note in there. Got the packing slip. Let me wrap this up with some bubble wrap. Oh my goodness. There we go. Yeah, no, they don't. So, when we were at the hotel, they had communal showers, and they also had communal bathrooms. But the communal showers were also where the laundry room was. And Ty left his wallet with like $200 American. I mean, $200 value of yen in his wallet in the bathroom. Left it there overnight. And we were like, when he finally realized it, we were like, oh my gosh, you know, like, what? Like, I can't believe that happened. I hope it's still there. It was still there. Like, we got there, we went back in the morning and checked it out. It was just sitting there on top of the washing machine. I left my purse on the couch downstairs. And I mean, I didn't leave it for very long. Like, I literally ran upstairs to go, like, pick up something from my room or something like that. Totally left my purse there. Left my phone charging on the charger on the, like, the community area. They really don't. Like, the only people that they have problems with are foreigners, unfortunately. You know? So it's like, I wanted to be a good representation of, you know, America, and I didn't want to, you know, bring shame to our country. So, which I think is really cool, you know? It's like, it was definitely a culture shock. Like, when we came back to America, we had to remind ourselves, hey, you know, you are in America. Don't leave your purse, you know, in the bathroom, or don't, like, you know, just leave your backpack hanging on the back of your chair. It might not be there when you get back to it. So, but yeah, it was really just it's such a cool experience all in all. And it's really fun going back and watching the videos, because you can see us, like, gradually become more and more acclimated to Japanese culture and just the way that the whole thing works, which is really nice, because at first, you know, we were kind of nervous about everything. We were concerned about not speaking the language. We just wanted to fit in and be accepted. And by the end of it, not that we weren't trying to fit in and be accepted, it was just that we were so much more comfortable with being there that we knew how to ask for help. We knew how to get around. You know, we knew the rules at that point, you know, to where it wasn't like we were noobs in the very beginning. You know, we knew how to walk on the sidewalks, which you're like, how to walk on the sidewalks? Yeah, there's like a whole way of walking on the sidewalks. So when you're walking, there's, you know, two lanes essentially. You have going this way lane, and you have a going this way lane. So if you're, and it follows the way that the road is. So like, they drive on the left side of the road, right? Yeah, opposite of us. And so if you're going in the same direction as traffic, you walk on the left side of the road, or the side of the sidewalk. And if you're going the opposite direction, you walk on the right side of the sidewalk. So if you're going, you know, north, you're going to be on the left side. If you're going south, you're going to be on the right side of the road or sidewalk. And it really helps eliminate, like, traffic congestion when you're walking, because you just stay on your side of the road. Granted, I did make mistakes. I did almost get run over by bicycles a few times, because I would be looking at a building and be like, oh my gosh, that building's so cool. And then I'd be standing in the way of the bicyclists. And a lot of it is to make sure that you're not obstructing traffic for bicycles, because most people in Japan ride bikes everywhere. Not very few people have cars, but a lot of people don't have cars. A lot of people ride bikes, or they ride mopeds, or they ride these cute little 3-wheel scooters that have like little covers on them, because they're not going very far. You know, the farthest they're going to go is maybe like 12 miles. And so you don't necessarily need a car to get where you're going, unless you're, you know, carrying stuff with you. And those little, the little wagon carts, they had little trunks in them, so you would put your little stuff in the trunk, or they'd have like a basket where you could put your groceries and stuff. And everything is so close, like, it's so convenient that you don't have to go very far to get what you need. Like, there's a market within walking distance of where you're staying. There's convenience stores, you know, every 150 yards. There's food, like, next, like, back to back to back to back. And so it's just very, very well planned out, how everything is set up. So that that's really, really nice. So there are some identifying marks on this box, so I will have to cover that up before I ship it out. But Devil and I's box is taken care of. Alrighty, so up next is Game Snipe XD. That doesn't seem right. Must have knocked some stuff down. Hold on, let me get my notes because I want to make sure everybody has a thank you note. It's kind of weird because I have more than these. I just don't know where they all are. Anyways. Actually, Dweebo the Geek has gotten from us before, and since I can't find all my notes, my thank you notes that I had printed out, and I've already had such a mess of the stream trying to run off and grab other things, I'm going to go ahead and skip the thank you note. I'm just going to write a thank you for your purchase. And a little smiley face, nice. Alrighty, so Dweebo the Geek got this one-piece Japanese import game, and I will have to let my dog out here in a second. Well, that's cool. It's got like a metallic foil for the label, CID. That was the one thing that, I mean, and everybody has made the same comment. The quality of the game art on all of the packaging in Japan is incredible. Just the level of detail, it's much more colorful. They spend a lot of money on the packaging for items, you know, so stuff will have holographic covers, stuff will have lamination on it where it's like some of the stuff is matte and some of the stuff is shiny, some of the stuff will be foiled. Super cool. So that is going to Dweebo the Geek, and then I'm going to run and let my dog out real quick. Yeah, I will definitely put good intentions on them for you. Let's go. Anybody want a Rottweiler that likes to dig in gardens? Because I'm about ready to give mine away. So he dug up my potatoes again that I've been trying to grow. So he's getting on my nerves. I love him to death, but man. Anyways, all right. So the next one is going to Kai McKell, and they picked up a giveaway. So they won a Monster Hunter Double Cross Japanese import for the 3DS. So like I said, that's pretty cool. It still has all the little inserts for the codes and stuff like that. So that's neat. I don't know if they're valid still. Who knows? You know how stuff is. Sometimes, I mean, I would assume with Japan that they would keep things active until they're utilized. But like, not like America where, you know, the code expires in 6 months after it was distributed. But yeah, so that's going to Kai McKell. They won a giveaway. Alrighty, up next is Game Snipe XD, and they won this Metroid Prime 3 Corruption game. This is an American game. It is CID. And this is the first time they purchased from us. So we appreciate your business. Yeah, I don't know, like, I'm really excited to go back when we go back in March because it's going to be cherry blossom season. And so while we were there, some of the plum blossoms were still blooming. And then the Japanese maple trees were changing colors. So they were all red and yellow and orange. And the ginkgo trees had all changed colors. So those were all green. I mean, not green. They were all turning yellow. So it was really, really pretty, but it's going to be really nice to see everything start to bloom in like full majesty when we're there. And then when we go back in May, it'll be the beginning of summer, so I'm assuming that we'll see a whole different group of, you know, plants and stuff that are going to be blooming while we're there. All right, up next is Greek yogurt. And Greek yogurt got two things. We did have to do Frankenstein procedures to this box, but they picked up Mario Kart 8 CIV for the Wii U. It's one of those digital game manuals. And then they also picked up this import Metroid Dread. So it's all nice and sealed. I don't remember if this is the one that's sealed, or if this is the one that has been opened already. But we had one of these that was brand new, had never been opened before. So Greek Yogurt's been a regular of ours for a while. We really appreciate him. And yeah, so I'll show you the box. You can see how I had to cut the box down right here. It was actually the length of this whole thing. It was like this long, but I needed it to be a little bit shorter, but I also needed it to be sturdy enough that it could hold that Metroid Prime box in there. So we did do some Frankensteining, but it's all good. That's the hard thing about some of these games, like the Attack on Titan Special Edition one we have. It's the same size as this, and this is not your average size box. You know, it's like bigger than a school textbook. So it's very hard to find. Well, we don't sell big items like this often. I say that, and then I'm packing a bunch of consoles in box today. But it's just not a common size box that we need, and so we just didn't have very many things that would work for it. So if you ever have to cut a box down, there's ways to do it to where you can keep your box still, you know, maintaining its integrity, but also to take all that extra length off. And then if you ever have to do it with a priority mailbox or priority mailer, you can use two flat rate boxes and stick them together, and that will no longer be priority flat rate. It will be priority by weight, so you can utilize it when you're shipping on whatnot. So that's kind of a cool thing to know if you're a seller. Same thing with eBay. You can ship in a priority flat rate box if it's visually modified, and you don't have to claim it as a flat rate box. So it's kind of a good thing to know. It can save you a lot of money on shipping materials, especially if you're using USPS a lot. So, which we do. We use the post office quite a bit. And it's cute because our post office knows us, and so like they're very invested in our business because they want to see us succeed because we've become friends with them, and they know about our trip to Japan. And so one of our postal workers is actually from the Philippines, and he's telling us about where we should go. He was also in the Army, so he's like, yeah, this is where you should go. You should check this place out, and then this is how you get there by space A, and you know, if you like this kind of stuff, then you can do this there. And so I'm like, yeah. His name is Nielsen. He's really cool. I like him. So, but it pays to become friends with your postal employees. It pays to become friends with your people at your GameStop. So today we went into the GameStop that we normally go to over by North Cross Mall, where North Cross Mall used to be here in Austin. And we got some, one of the Xbox fabric banners from the GameStop. So, you know, it's one of the ones that has like the plastic on the top and bottom, and it's like probably 5 or 6 feet tall. And they were just like, yeah, no, we don't need it anymore, so y'all are welcome to have it. And then they, the manager that's there, actually his home store is the Arboretum location. And he's like, yeah, no, I actually have some promotional stuff for you at my home store. So if you want to come back and check it out on Wednesday, that's where I'm going to be. And so, yeah, we're going to get some kind of cool, older promotional swag. So it just pays to be a friendly person in general. thing, like where we go get our tacos at Dos Patos here in Austin. General's become friends with the chef there, and we really do think it is the best place for beef fajita tacos in Austin. And he goes in there every time, says the best tacos in town. And they always hook us up with extra meat on our tacos, or my salad is always like stacked. So. Sometimes it's just good to be a good person. Even if you're not going to get anything in return, it's always good to be a good person. I can definitely remember a couple times when I was working in the salon where I had somebody that was like, you know, I didn't want to do this anymore. If you catch my drift, you know, they're like, I was coming in here to make myself pretty one last time, essentially. And because you took the time to talk to me and just made me feel like I was human, and you know, tried to connect with me, you made an impact in my life, and I want to be here. I don't want to go. And they would come back and, you know, tell me all of the great things that had happened since the last time I saw them. And, you know, to me it was just, I'm doing my job. But to them, it was, you know, and I'm not like I'm like, oh, it was just my job. But like, you know, I was treating them like I treated all of my clients. I wasn't treating them any differently than I would have treated anybody else that walked in and sat in my chair. But because I went above and beyond for everybody, you know, it does make a difference. So just, you know, I don't know who's in here right now, but you know, chef, that I know you know, but you know how it is, you know. You can really make an impact in somebody's life just by being kind to them, because you never know what they're going through. So, you never know. Okay. Jade rub. Okay, so I'm going to wait to pack this box to the very, very end, because it is a very large box, and I need all the space that I can to pack it. It's actually 2 boxes. It's very heavy, and I need the space right now. So, but Jade Drub got a bunch of stuff. Okay, so we're gonna scooch on to the next person. So the next person is John Shank 148, and they got this. They got this DS Lite silver. Woo! And yeah, that's what they picked up. Comes with a charger. And we're just gonna see if I can get all this stuff off the bottom here. I like it when I find boxes that we've gotten stuff packed in where we can recycle it. Because again, like some of these items are small, but like I'm not shipping a handheld in an envelope. I've done it before and it's made it there just fine. So it's not saying that it's impossible to do that, but I would rather not. So. Got their little thing, little charger in there. And then you. Beautiful. All right, and that is going to John Shank 148. Okay, so so up next is, that's why Kai McKell's name wasn't in there, because I did it out of order. Doesn't make any sense though. Huh. Oh, because I am silly and I didn't alphabetize my list correctly. So that makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, so up next is Leo Camarina, 22, and they picked up this Dragon Ball cart for the Super Famicom. I'm sorry, for the Famicom. So same situation as before. It's got the label on the spine, the label on the back that is branded with Dragon Ball on there. So that's super cool. And this is Leo Camarina's first purchase from us as well. So we do appreciate the support. Like I said, we've had a lot of new buyers on Whatnot the last couple of shows. So new year, new buyers. Thank you guys. But this year's gonna be an awesome year. We've got lots of great stuff going on, and we're just trying to spread the love. You know, we're trying to make great content, share our adventures with y'all, show y'all how to do what we're doing, the best way to find items, the best way to sell items, how to sell on Whatnot, how to sell on the Rainforest, how to sell on Ishme, all those places. And we're always here to answer questions for y'all if y'all have any problems or anything like that. You know, we want to be here to help y'all succeed, because y'all help us succeed, and we just want everyone to live good lives and be happy. That's the best thing we can do as humans, is try to help somebody else live a good life and be happy. You can hear General up there screaming around. So up next is Liquid Snake 007. And they picked up Splinter Cell Double Agent for the Wii. CIP. And they also got Batman 3 Beyond Gotham for the Wii U. So this one is missing the manual. Okay. So this is how I ship games that are going first class. When there's two, like PlayStation 3 games, PlayStation 2 games, Wii U games, they're under 1 pound. I think they're like 15 ounces, 14 ounces. And so they're not quite at priority weight, so you can't ship them in a priority box, but you can ship them in bubble mailers. And if you go like this, you're not putting 2 games into one bubble mailer, because 1, it won't fit, and 2, you might cause damage. So you take the sticker off of 1, you put it on the bottom of the other one. You want to make sure you leave enough room for you to fold it over. And then you use the other side to seal the top, and then you're going to tape the edges. And so the bubble mailers are protecting the games, and there's double bubble between the 2. So you don't have to worry about that. And then you just take a little bit of tape and you seal up the sides. It's another kind of fun reason why we do these is so y'all can see kind of like the tricks that we use to save money on packing materials, like how we use the post office priority boxes for priority shipments. And also like little stuff like this where it's like, you might go, well, I have to get bigger envelopes, and now I'm going to stick 2 games in one envelope, and that envelope might cost you $1, for the bigger size bubble mailers. I don't know, because I don't buy bigger ones, because I always just buy these. Because why buy multiple size packages when you can use one size? Like I don't need to buy double thick bubble mailers when the majority of the time I'm shipping items that can fit in one bubble mailer. And if they're bigger than that, then they usually go into a box or a priority box because they weigh more. So that is going to Liquid Snake 007. Up next is Madness Speaks. And let's see here. Now I'm getting into where I've got, there we go. I've got some of my boxes kind of pushed behind me, and they might be underneath my bubble wrap. Nah, we're good. So we're doing good. We're getting through this stuff pretty quickly, which is good for me. I've been having some back issues, and so I have not been feeling 100% today. So I want to get this packed nicely and get it to the post office as fast as I can, but also without hurting myself any further. All right, so this is going to Madness Speaks. So Madness Speaks picked up a bunch of stuff. They picked up Bushido Blade 2 for the PlayStation. They also picked up Dew Prism with a slipcover. So this is super cool. This is for the PlayStation also. It's a Squaresoft game. That's awesome. Then they picked up Einhander for the PS1. This is also a Japanese import. So all of these are Japanese imports. I apologize. I should have said that in the beginning. They also picked up Kirby Triple Deluxe. This one is an American game. There we go. Then they picked up the Dragon Quest 25th Anniversary for the Wii. And this has Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3 in there. It's the little box set. And they picked up Atelier Marie for the PS1. So. But we definitely appreciate Madness Speaks. She's been a big supporter of us this year. We appreciate you too, Cheffish. I know you're kind of in here hanging out. And I don't say it enough, but I really, really do appreciate you so much from the bottom of my heart. Like, you do so much for us. You help us with modding. You help us just with support. You know, you're always our biggest cheerleader. And you've become such a good friend, and I really appreciate that. So it's like, I need to do more for you in return. Like, you helped me get my eyes fixed. Like, I can't thank you enough. Like, I go in and see the doctor, and they're like, you just look so happy now. And I'm like, I am happy now. I don't feel, you know, so self-conscious anymore. And I wouldn't have even gotten that done had I never met you. Or I would have continued to wait. And, like, honestly, like, it's been the best thing that I've done for myself ever. So, well, I say that other than joining the military, because that paid for my school and stuff like that. But you know what I mean. Like, it's been such a wonderful blessing to have gotten to meet you. And so I really appreciate you. When it's summertime and we do barbecues this year, you're definitely coming to the barbecue. I mean, if you want to come to the barbecue. Wouldn't that be fun, though, to have a Whatnot barbecue? Like, invite all of the local buyers and sellers in your area. And, like, I mean, if, you know, if that was, like, your thing. And then just, like, be like, yeah, you know, we're going to do Whatnot barbecue. And we're going to all hang out. And we're just going to have a good time. And, yeah. Or rent out, like, I don't know, like, main event. And we could all just, or even, like, we could just, like, raid main event. You know, we'll be like, all right, look. On June 24th at 6:30 p.m., we're going to go to main event in Northwest Austin. And we're going to bowl and we're going to play Deal or No Deal. Deal? I think that'd be really cool. Because, I mean, we've gotten to meet a lot of people from Whatnot at conventions. But we also have so many people that are local to us that buy from us. And, you know, I think it would be really cool to actually meet y'all in person, because y'all are helping us live our dreams. And, you know, like, I mean, I appreciate people doing that. Like, I've never gotten this much support from any of the careers I've had in my past. And I've made so many friends. Alright, so that is going to Madness Speaks. Shoot, it's like Rob Clark helped me get birthday presents for General Malice. So General Malice's birthday is February 11th, if you didn't already know. I don't know what we're doing for him yet, but I can't say it on video because he might watch this, but I got him some presents, and it'll be a surprise for him. All right, so let's see here. Up next is Migs 84. So Migs 84 picked up 2 items from us. They got a Dragon Ball Metal 10. This is from Japan, so it's super cool. And then they also picked up Bust a Move. So, same situation as before. I'm putting it in 2 envelopes because I want to make sure that, especially with the PlayStation games, you know, they do have that hard plastic shell. I worry about that sometimes, getting damaged in shipment. So I definitely don't like packing those double in an envelope. Even though I could fit both of those into the same envelope, I just feel like the pressure of the metal tray on the plastic might cause it to break. So I'm just gonna not do that. All right. So that was MiGs 84. It looks like I'm going to get everything done in time to get it to the post office before they ship out today. So up next is Not a Noob, and they picked up this Nintendo Game Boy pouch. They are a first-time buyer with us, so we appreciate your, I was going to say, we appreciate your service. We appreciate your business. Yeah, Jake, I'm sorry. I already packed your box though. I made sure that it's like packed in there nice and tidy. But yeah, no, you can come to our barbecue when we have one this summer. I would love for you to come. I know it's a long drive, but you could fly from Chicago here, I think. I mean, yes, you can fly from Chicago. I just don't know how far you are from Chicago. But we would love to have you at the barbecue. Or the main event takeover is what we were talking about doing. I was like, wouldn't that be fun though to like, you know, like actually get to like hang out instead of it being like it was hard to hang out while we were at KC Retro Expo because I was working the booth and General was, you know, working the crowds. So, you know, it's hard to kind of get that like one-on-one time where you actually get to like hang out with somebody and really get to like know them and like, you know, chill and appreciate them. But yeah, like we would love to do that this summer. And then I don't know, are you gonna go to Midwest Gaming Classic? Like again, I know that's Milwaukee. I know that's like north of where you are. But we'll be there for like 5 days. So you could totally come and hang out with us and go sourcing with us because we had a ton of fun last time when we were up there. Oh, okay. Oh, well, heck, I have family in St. Louis, so we'll have to make a trip there. See, I used to drive from when I was in the Navy. My ex-husband's family lived in Waco, so when it was break time, I would drive from Chicago to Waco, and I think it was like 16 hours. But I was crazy. I would just drive. I wouldn't stop other than to get gas, and I was like, no, we're doing this in one trip. I don't want to be on the road any longer than I have to. And I remember one time driving through, I think it was Arkansas, and it was like the middle of December or January, and like a football game had just ended, and so there was so much traffic, and it's in that one like corridor where it's all trees and stuff like that, but it's just like nothing but trees for the longest way. That was a long drive, and it sucked because there was so much traffic. All right, up next is Pop Rocks 1999, and they are a new buyer. They won a, what is this? Oh, awesome. Yeah, dude, it would be so awesome to have you come up there. So they got a Monster Hunter Double Cross for the 3DS. Ta-da. But yeah, that would be a fun one to go to because we only have to stream one day, and then the other 2 days we get to do meet and greets and schmooze and kind of wander around. And last time I was a little nervous to leave the booth because I was in charge of technical support for all the streams and stuff like that. So I didn't really go around and shop too much. And so I got to do the experience, but I didn't play in the pinball arcade. I didn't do any of the other stuff really. I didn't even really wander around and stream or anything like that because I wanted to make a good impression for Whatnot. Because that was my first time ever being invited to a convention. And so, not that I'm slacking off now, but now that I know what my job requirements are when I'm there, I have more freedom to run around and do other things. So it would be lovely to see you up there. Okay, up next is Retro Rambo. Also, we need your want list for when we go back to Japan. So we're not leaving until March, but if you give us your wish list, then we can help pick up your stuff for you. So, all right. So up next is Retro Rambo, and Retro Rambo is also a new buyer. What's up, baby? Oh, you're packing the eBay?
That was a very hard game.
Yeah.
Cowboy Bebop. Oh yeah. Super hard.
Cowboy Bebop is hard.
Well, the PlayStation 1 version was. Hell yeah.
Dang. Is it like a fighting game?
No.
Oh. So General was streaming Cowboy Bebop upstairs on TikTok. Okay, so Retro Rambo picked up Mario Kart 7 CIB for the 3DS. This is an American game.
Think of like a shittier Star Fox.
I don't even know what Star Fox is like.
Oh, man. I don't think I want to be married to you anymore.
I've only seen the commercials. You know my parents did not let me have Nintendo items in the house. So then they also picked up the Nintendo Switch Rune Factory 5 Premium Box with art book and soundtrack. So it's all there. This is what I was talking about when, I don't know if y'all can see the sparkles or not. It's kind of really bright in here. But this has like an iridescent holographic glitter background behind the artwork. And so it just really stands out really nicely on the shelf. Like if the light hits it, it just sparkles. They also picked up Cotton Rock and Roll Superlative Night Dreams. And it has like a little minifigure in there. So that's the back. And the game is in there. So yeah. If you do go to Midwest, Devil, we can definitely tell you where not to stay.
Midwest?
Yeah, in Milwaukee.
Oh.
He says he's about 35 minutes away from St. Louis.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, we need to go visit there because that's where Aunt Jan is. But yeah, we made the mistake. It was actually, so I can't say it was a mistake. You know, some of the hotels in Milwaukee are very expensive. Like, expensive even for like Austin prices. And so because of the convention and it was also Milwaukee Bucks basketball season, the hotels were very expensive there. So we found a hotel that was like the Super 8 or something like that. And the pictures looked nice. You know, we didn't know anything about Milwaukee before we got there because I'd only been to Milwaukee one time when I was in the Navy. I marched in the Circus Day Parade, so I have zero knowledge about the city. And we get there and we notice that there's a lot of people wearing ICP outfits, you know.
Like a way more than they should have.
And I was like, well, they are from Detroit and Detroit isn't that far away. So, like, and I was like, I know that Fago is up here, and so I was like, well, maybe it's just that, like, Milwaukee's just, like, a juggalo haven. And I'm like, that's cool with me. I like ICP. Like, I really enjoy their music. I know, please, you know, no judgments.
Judge her!
But, yeah, but we kept noticing people, and finally General was like, hey, why are there so many juggalos here? And they're like, oh, it's, Shaggy's birthday tonight, and he's having a birthday party at this club. But they're all like, yeah, but it's like sold out except for the VIP tickets. And so I was like, oh man, I really, you know, it's been a long time since I've seen them, and it'd be really cool to get to go and see them again, especially because the last time I saw them, it was in a huge festival, which was really cool, but it'd be really cool to see them in a more like intimate venue. So General surprises me and gets us 2 tickets, and we get VIP seats, and we're right, like literally right on the side of the stage. Like we are with the wives, and we are with like, you know, the owners of the club up in the rafters essentially. And so I didn't get sprayed with Fago because we were behind the speakers.
Well, we were next to the speakers.
But I did get a splash, so it does count. I was blessed by a splash of Fago. But it was such a good concert. We had so much fun.
I have it recorded.
Yeah. And yeah, like that was the beginning of our like wild adventures last year. You know, we got to go to that concert, and then we did the Midwest Gaming Classic, and yeah, I mean, it was just such an incredible experience.
No, dropping all the stuff.
Like it's hot.
No.
So, baby, on Jake's box, I just need to get a couple of white labels to cover up the previous shipping labels that are on there. This one right here, this big one. Devil and Eyes box.
Oh, those things.
Mm-hmm. If you just press the little button on the side of the printer, it'll print them out.
know how.
But yeah, it's really kind of funny too, like, after the whole year of, like, being with Whatnot and stuff like that, you know, we met John Riggs while we were there, and we met John Hancock while we were there in Milwaukee. And General had an instant connection with John Hancock, so that was, like, our first, like, celebrity friend. But then from there, it's like, now John Riggs knows who we are and we're friends. And now, like, oh gosh, who else was it that was there? I can't even remember. But, oh, the guy that has the Pluto, Sega Pluto prototype game console is friends with us now, Adam. And yeah, it's just, you know, this whole thing has opened up so many opportunities for us and given us so many friends. And yeah, it's been such an awesome thing. I'm really happy to be a part of it.
For the life package?
Huh?
For the life package?
No, I have like 6 months. But the biggest one is J Grubs. I'm trying to get, because it takes up so many boxes and so much space.
I guess Devil can have our address on here since Miss Mouse didn't pull any of that stuff off. Don't be stalking us now next week. Don't be stalking me.
Well, I'm inviting everybody to do a raid on main event this summer.
Oh, show everybody what we got from GameStop.
So this is the thing I was talking about earlier.
It's a 9-foot advertisement.
So, oh wow, it's not even been opened before. So this is why it pays to be friends with people in general. But this was a GameStop pickup today. So it's 9 feet of Xbox goodness.
It's so big, Miss Mouse, what you be able to show you?
Goes buy, sell, trade.
It's a PlayStation Pro thing.
Oh, I thought it was an Xbox
No,
one.
it's PlayStation.
Wow, even better. It's just green, so I assumed it was Xbox.
Yeah, I think they did that on purpose.
So people didn't want it?
So green is like the sign of money, and then also to jump into Xbox's color scheme.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
And I'm getting more stuff on Wednesday.
Yeah, that's what I was telling them.
And we have other stuff too. That's just the most recent one.
That's right! You did! You did buy from us.
What?
Devil and I bought stuff from our streams at Midwest. Like, that was the first time that he had bought from us.
Oh, yeah. All right. Technology.
Yes. So, yes, the Hilton does have the sky bridge that connects it to the convention center.
Sure,
We were not there. We were like 2 miles down the road. So, yeah. Okay, so this is going to RPM Sales Salon. I know this is really silly, but
I used to do hair.
no, I didn't have any boxes that would fit this one game. So he's getting this with a bunch of bubble wrap. But he got the historically accurate Yahtzee game.
Oh, we don't have any 7x8x8s or whatever?
Oh, the little skinny ones. I don't have any in here. If you can grab one for me, that would be great.
Is it going priority?
No, it's going regular.
Okay, hold on a second.
Yeah, so we'll wait to pack that one. But yeah, that one is labeled the historically accurate World War II game because it has that Buddhist good luck symbol, but in reverse on there. So, but yeah, definitely the Hilton would be the place.
Here you go, Miss Malice. Go. The Miss Malice scheme.
I don't like doing that though, if I don't have to.
You do it all the time.
I try not to.
That's why you're on camera committing felonies.
No.
Just like a juggalo.
Yeah, we have a friend that lives in Illinois that said that we could stay at their house if we wanted to, but it's so far away from the convention that.
This is going to UPS.
Okay. Yeah, but it's so far away from the convention that it just isn't. Hey, I need the tape.
Oh yeah.
It isn't feasible. Did I really?
What did you do?
I think I put the shipping label in here.
Oh yeah, you did. The Miss Malice shipping label.
It's the Miss Malice way.
Oh, Tim Fry and then those new subscribers. Yay! Alright, Diesel. You gonna be able to stay over here or are you gonna push through the gate when Miss Malice isn't looking?
I mean, he dug up my potatoes again, so he's already in trouble.
Did you dig up her potatoes?
Yes.
Alright. She gonna flip off that puppy here.
I told him that I was going to take his little puppy paws. I already offered to, sell him to anybody on the stream.
Ah, no takers.
No takers. They don't want a dog that digs up potatoes.
I wouldn't want that dog either.
I'm joking.
Why are 3 pair of ears open over here?
I don't know. Only one of them is mine, and mine's the one that's on the island.
They're all on there.
I don't know.
In fact, I just mixed them up so you didn't know what they were.
Dang it, General.
You would never remember where you put it anyway.
Only when there's a barbecue you're going to use the address. That's fine. That's fine. I do make a mean steak on the grill. So. I go to Costco and I go get the ribeyes.
What? Can I slay the spire while you're doing this? Sure.
No.
I don't need a new song. Beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep.
Alright, that was RPM Sales Salon.
Your RPM Sales Salon. Oh, y'all, I might be buying a DDR machine, full-size arcade machine. So apparently in San Marcos, down from my house, there is a marketing website that has a crap like 110 coin ops. One of them's DDR, and right now the bidding's at like $1,300. And if it goes for under $3,000, I'm gonna try to buy it. And you're gonna watch me play DDR.
Isn't that Tetris?
Shh. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
I'm learning those games.
Shut your mouth.
I'm trying.
Diesel.
He says,
I don't
Papa.
play with Puppy Snoot to dig up potatoes or potatoes, if you can call it what it is. He's like, I pick up a potato. I don't know. I said no music. I'll turn it off. Miss Mouse doesn't like it when I play games. She's like, ew, games get you nowhere. Never play games ever.
Never said
Especially Counter-Strike.
All right, so up next is Towering Sasquatch, and they picked up 3 items.
Would you call me?
They got Guitar Hero World Tour. No manual. Oh, babe.
What? I can't see it.
It needs to be resurfaced.
We don't have a research machine. The only thing we can do is go take it to Game Exchange. What's it? Remember ours broke 2 days ago?
They paid $1 for it.
Luckily for you, I have another copy of the game.
Okay.
So give me 1 second.
Okay.
I'll take this real quick. Check that one real quick. Those all look fine. I can't see. You're not showing me anything. That's playable for $1. That's not as bad as this one.
They paid $7 for this one.
They didn't pay $7 for that one.
They paid $7 for this one. That one's good.
Alright, let me go check real quick.
Okay.
I do have another copy of this game.
Okay, so we're gonna hold off on that.
No, I'm just gonna wait a second.
That's what I said. We're gonna hold off on that one right now. I said. All right. So up next is TS79, and they got 1 item, and it's Tsukimi, a piece of blue glass moon, first release with the limited edition book and promo. So this one right here has the promo thing on the back.
Yeah, let's keep it all of the copies we had so we can play Guitar Hero if we want to.
Yeah.
No, we don't really play it.
Yeah.
So, here, this is better.
Thank you.
Double check, just to make sure it's to your liking.
That's satisfactory.
Here. Aerosmith.
Van Halen.
No, this is Aerosmith.
Okay.
Who's saying stuff wrong now? Lottie da da, correct. I mean, Miss Malice.
Mm-hmm.
Better?
Using folks' government's names and stuff, yeah.
Using the government's names?
Yep.
We don't be using government's names.
Yeah. Well, we're still gonna get the PS5 kiosk. We have to go pick it up in Dallas when we go on the 1st.
Yeah, he hasn't sold it.
Yeah. But we're going up on the 1st to see
He
my
even
sister.
told, yeah, it was funny because Randy messaged him about it, and he told Randy he'd sell it for $2,200, $2,300?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be like, hey, I'll just give you $2,000 for it. But I can get them for free from my friend.
What did Ishmael say you were gonna get it for? 25?
He wanted to sell me for 25, and then he still hasn't sold it yet.
Yeah. Well, because it's broken, right?
The PlayStation needs to be fixed, yes. And we would have to send it in electronics fix to... I mean, you could potentially fix it, but... Wop, 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 wop.
Jake.
What?
He said, I mispronounced his nickname. It's not Towering Sasquatch, it's Farsquatch.
Farsquatch?
Yeah.
Ha! That's alright, I butcher a name at least once a time.
No, this person's name is Towering Sasquatch. Or the last person's name was Towering Sasquatch.
Oh, they were just being funny.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I get the joke. She's a Farsquatch, yeah. She's a Squash, all squash. That tape's gone, huh?
What?
So you're gonna be sad when that tape's not. We have to start using the bad tape.
I'm already using the bad tape.
Oh yeah. But that thing works really well, huh?
Yeah.
Way better than the other ones.
Yes.
You glad I got it for free?
Yes. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and pack Towering Sasquatch's game. So we have the Aerosmith, we have the World Tour, which we're replacing with the other one.
And I just gave you my personal copies.
Yeah.
So sorry, my resurfacer is broken. And I didn't realize it broke the other day. Like I was able to do one game on it, and then boom, snapped on me. I won't be able to get it repaired till this weekend.
Yep. But fortunately, we know a guy at the flea market that has replacement parts. So
that's when we're gonna get it fixed.
Yeah. So the JFJ, while it is an entry-level resurfacer, it does do a good job. It doesn't do an amazing job.
It gets the job done.
It gets the job done, but there's like a weakness in the plastic of the lid, and so
super weak.
After a while, the buffing material causes the plastic to degrade, and it breaks. And so we've already replaced this part. This will be the second time since we
First time we got it replaced during the warranty, though.
Yeah.
So that was kind of nice.
Yeah. They do have a good warranty, though, and they're nice. They're not like...
And they're cheap. I mean, literally cheap. Now you got that stuck in my head.
I didn't even sing it.
You said Tetris. You said the word Tetris.
That was you.
That was you.
So I saw, since we were talking about Sasquatches earlier, and in the stream we talked about how it's your civic duty to, if you see a Sasquatch in real life, that you're supposed to record it and upload it to social media so that you can show the world that they're real, right? Well, I saw a TikTok of a girl talking about like lake monsters, like Loch Ness and Lake Champlain, or Champ from Lake Champlain, and her theory is that because those lakes have rivers that are tributaries to the Atlantic Ocean, she hypothesizes that perhaps the animals don't always live in the lakes, and that they might only be there for specific times of their life, kind of like how salmon swim upstream to breed, and then they, you know, do their business, and that's it. And so I was like, I think that's, you know, it's plausible. You know, I like to think that there's lots of giant creatures that we haven't seen in the world before, because, not just because we're not looking, but just because, you know, you're always there for seeing stuff. So, I don't know. What do y'all think about that?
Wish I was hypotenuse.
You're a hypotenuse. Alright, so that was Towering Sasquatch. So up next is Weasel 34, and then we have Xbox, or we have X360 King. So this is Weasel 34, and they got Excel World Kasoko no Chuten limited edition for the PS3. So this is that right there. And it comes with like it comes with a comic book or a special booklet and a Blu-ray and the game. I feel like, what was that thing that Mike Myers used to do, coffee talk? Talk amongst yourselves. Discuss. Tell me what you think.
I think so.
Oh, can you get me 2 black trash bags? or one black trash bag, maybe 2.
Or
I'm gonna have to wrap this box in the trash bags.
why is that?
Because I have to pack it in 2 boxes because it's so big. I can't put them all in one box.
Then we can't create 2 boxes?
I've already created the shipping label, so I can't split it now.
Can't you go back and recreate the shipping label?
I cannot recreate the shipping label because I've already created the shipping label.
What about using that box?
It's not big enough for the Nintendo action set.
I bet it is.
It also doesn't fit the Wii U console plus the graded games plus everything else in there without causing damage to any of the boxes. Because there's 14 box games plus 3 graded games plus 2 consoles in box.
Okay. You better wrap that mouthful tight. You better tape them tight too.
Alright, so that was the Wii console. Alright, and then we have X360 King. They want a giveaway. They got Monster Hunter Double Cross. I agree with you, Chef. 100%. I think there's so many creatures out there, and like the ocean is so big that, you know, we've only seen a fraction of it. And it's kind of like space. It's like, you know,
The final frontier?
I think it's very arrogant of us to think that we're the only other life forms in this world, or the only planet that has life on it, considering how infinite space is. So, yeah.
Look at Miss Mouse thinking about space over here.
I don't like to think about space. It's such a big thing. It freaks me out. Okay. So this is J Drub's order.
Those you better wrap up really nice.
Yeah. And they're also getting put with bubbles.
Bubbles!
Okay. So, and you already double checked the box has everything? Okay. So, J Drub got the...
I mean, double check again. Don't trust my word on it. Don't trust my word. Oh. Don't turn around. Uh-oh. I said go and turn around. Uh-oh, be careful. Those things are sliding around underneath it. Oof. There you go. I said don't turn around. Uh-oh.
Zapper, game, 2 controllers, cord, power cord, console, inserts.
Alright. Show it on camera. Should be doing that anyway.
Got all of the jazz, all of the stuff. Can you see it all? Whoop.
Oh, she dropped it.
I did. I dropped it.
Like it's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Crazy. This was only $100
What?
when it was first purchased.
Yep.
It looks like it came from Kmart.
Could have been. That's the original circle seal too. Which was older than the other oval seal.
Okay. Oh, it's even got the gray zapper on the front cover. So that's the old one.
Yep. That's before they were like, you can't have guns.
Yeah. It's not a gun, it's a zapper.
That's a zapper. It's a zapper.
Yeah, it's probably one of the bigger boxes that I've packed for Whatnot, to be honest. Just because he's getting such, like, this console box is so large and so long that it just doesn't fit in any of the boxes that I have. There's that.
Go turn around. Uh-oh. I said go turn around. Uh-oh.
Okay. So there's that. Oh, and I should show y'all. So they got Pokemon Stadium 2, water graded 8.5
CIB.
CIB. Then they got Paper Mario, water graded 8.5 CIB. And they could be crafting at a higher grade
If
they
you change out the manuals.
Yep. And then we have a Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, water grade 8.5 CIB.
But they're not going to crack them out.
No.
But they could and get 9s.
I feel like I need.
Want somebody to love.
There we go. That makes me feel better.
Somebody to love. Don't you find somebody. You better take the outside too. The box is really good, just so that they are extra
Supported.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm gonna fill it with I pulled a general and dropped the paper. I didn't drop anything else.
She dropped it.
But yeah. And this is just the first part of the box.
I said, don't turn around. Uh-oh. I said, don't turn around. Uh-oh.
There we go. Of course, scissors. They were so sharp before I did all this. All this bubble wrap. All that wrap in them jeans.
I don't think that's how it goes.
So this is Christmas. Sorry, as it was snowing, confetti flakes.
Is that the last box?
I have one box after this I have to pack for
Okay.
this same person.
Okay, so is that the last thing?
Person, yes.
Okay, so I want to put the stuff in the car real quick because we'll have just enough time to get it to the post office so that we can have it delivered. They close at 5:30, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so just enough time. Oh, Amazon. Oh, it's for me. I was going to say, Miss Malice always has Amazon packages. It's all the DVDs. And they smell like cigarettes, I'm sure. Yeah. We're going to have to take those into the post office too. Like into the that goes in box number 8.
Thank you all for hanging out with me while I get this stuff packed. I do appreciate it. It helps keep me motivated.
Motivation. Motivation. I want to see how this is going to work out. No! Can't take that. There you go.
As long as this isn't going to Utah, we shouldn't have any problems with the post office.
Is that second box already in there?
No,
Oh, I thought you were going to put them in together at the same time.
I can't fit both of them in together at the same time.
So you're just going to
I'm going to stack them on top of each other.
put the black box there? Oh.
Unless you want to reach out to Whatnot right now and get a second label.
No, I'll go with whatever plan you develop. I like leaving that up to you. I'm just looks, I'm not the brains.
Yeah, they'll crack it for him for sure. So there's the first box. The second box is really close to the same size. So,
Sure. But we're gonna have to take a third trash can and try to like put it over it
yeah, I have another trash bag right here.
That's not happening.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Alright, so they also picked up, so they got the Nintendo with 10 CIB Nintendo games. So they got Punch Out, Duck Hunt, Super Mario 3, Hogan's Alley, Simon's Quest, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They also got X-Men. They got Turtles 3. Then they got Mario Brothers. They got a Super Metroid. They got Turtles 2, the arcade game. Turtles 4, Turtles in Time.
4 turtles.
They got a sealed Jungle Book. They got Civilization, which is also sealed with the hang tag. They picked up Contra for the Super Famicom. Super Famicom. And then they got Kirby's 20th anniversary. And then they also picked up the Japanese Wii U. So. Okay. Why would you put that right there where I'm working?
So I thought you were done. Oh, let me hear the Amazon thing. What is this? What is it ordered in my name?
Oh, it probably is the light bulb replacement for the lizard because Solaire's light bulb is broken. And I have to
Reptile UVB light. It sounds like it's a Christmas lingle. All there is those jeans. That's so neat.
They decided to cut the front off the Pokemon Yellow after breaking it out of the water case? What do you mean?
That was a WADA. That one sucked. There was a WADA game that went through customs, our Department of Homeland Security, and they fucking smashed the WADA case and then cut the front of the sealed game off of the Pokemon Yellow to make sure there's no drugs inside.
That seems a little stupid.
You don't want to be hiding those drugs when they pack them, you know? What? It's not big enough, is it?
Not to put it all in there safely.
Well, why don't you use the other box then?
I'm gonna have to get a second label from Whatnot.
Alright, well, looks like...
Reach out to Whatnot, please, while I'm talking.
I don't know the information. I don't know which one you're working on. How about you give me the label of the
J
one you're
Drug.
Why don't you give me the label that you're working on? How about this? I'll stand in front of them and entertain them, and I'll let you do it real quick. Not to do this safely. I mean, do you need the phone?
It's not. There's not enough space, even without the phone.
Okay.
Because all these have to be individually wrapped.
That is true. They do. All of them. Yeah, that's definitely a 2-labeler. And you still have, whoa! And you still have the other system, right?
No, the other systems are packed.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that. Not to save my life.
No.
Not to save my life from the babies.
Alright, so take that one.
No, because they're going to redo the label. I'm not going to say.
They're not going to redo that label because they don't redo the label for changing the weight. They'll just send it with that one and then they'll do a new label for that one.
No.
I'm telling you what they're going to do.
Okay.
Because I've dealt with them enough before to that's what they're
I'm not going to risk it. We're going to just wait to have it separated. Because I want to do it right so there's no issues.
I'm telling you that's how they're going to do it.
Well, maybe they might have changed the policy since the last time you've had that instance in interaction with them. Because things are ever evolving. Ooh, I don't know if that would fit either. This is why I don't pack. I would be like, Shove it in there. Maybe a little spit. No. You're like, look, it's perfect. Gotta mess it up. Wow, there's 2 of y'all in here. What is up? It's Jake and Chef. Oh, there's a delay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that looks bad. Man, why don't y'all tell me my bald spot's looking bad right now, guys? Look. Ew. I'm growing hair back. I'm using some type of Japanese hair growing stuff serum, and it takes 6 months for great results, they said. And I've only been a month, so, but it feels like it's growing back. I got the LeBron James going. Oh, that's so cool. Since there's a delay, I can show y'all. I can be like, look at my LeBron James. I can look at it for like 10 seconds, and then I can come over here real quick, and then I can see what it looks like. All right, I'm going to turn around on my camera. I spin around, and there it is. It just depends on how I comb it, too. Everybody's like, Malice, you're a fool. I am a fool. And I'm gonna go. We're gonna send it in this box. It should fit in this box. It will fit in this box. So I'm gonna go ahead and start pushing this one down.
What are the dimensions on that box? Does it say on the bottom?
Unfortunately,
Got it.
I do not see it on the bottom.
Okay.
I'm looking though. It's a medium
It's
Home
fine,
Depot
I
box.
got it.
And then, yeah, so this box is definitely bigger and will support the awesomeness of the games. Spit on it, giggity. I made it fit though, didn't I? No, Claire, we're not answering your phone call. What? Aw. So Adam's giving some good advice.
Okay.
Definitely understand that. Do, 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 do. He ain't lying. He's a tiger. So, what did y'all get done this weekend? What about you, Jake? What'd you do? What about you, Chef Fish? What'd you do this weekend? I had blood drawn this morning. I got a big old bruise right here. Looks like I did schmack.
Okay. Well, we can't do anything because we won't hear back from Whatnot for however long it takes for them to respond to
Well,
us.
then I guess I will take the other ones while you're packing that up. That'll make it easier.
So I tried to pre-pack it, but unfortunately it just didn't work out right.
Happens. That's okay, Miss Malice. I'm a survivor. I am a liver. I am a farmer. I have to farm. In a world somewhere. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I'll be back. Oh, I need my keys and
Don't
my
forget
wallet.
the UPS store.
Yep. Keys in my wallet. Something over here.
Alright. Got the Wii U in there. Alright, I got a little frustrated. Because I try to pre-pack all this stuff because it takes so long and I want to make sure everybody's stuff gets to them safe and sound. What's up, Ray? How's it going? Yeah, I'm almost done. This is the last item that I'm packing. Unfortunately, I had it all pre-packed into another box, and after all the bubble wrap and everything, it just doesn't fit without possibly damaging the games. And since these games are all pretty high-end games, I'd rather not risk damaging anything. So I have to reach out to Whatnot for an additional shipping label. It's a 20-pound box, so, and like I said, you know, I thought it was all going to fit in one box, so I should have split the box up beforehand, so I'm just kind of frustrated with myself at the moment, because, yeah. Because now this one's going to be delayed a day because it won't get to the post office in time because I won't hear back from Whatnot fast enough. It's already 5 o'clock, so 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock in Arizona. They might get back to me today, but sometimes they don't. And unfortunately, I would have packed it all earlier, but our editor was here making videos, so I couldn't use the computer to stream. It's just been one of those days. Like I said, I'm having back pain that I can't get taken care of and all this other stuff. So it's just one of those, yeah. Oh, damn, yeah. Be safe, Ray. Well, y'all know me. It's like I, you know, try to take pride in my packing, make sure that things are really, really well protected. And I also spend a lot of time pre-packing stuff so that I have a better idea of how it's all going to fit. But I'm more frustrated that I have to wait for whatnot because I didn't just split the label in advance, you know, which would probably have been a smarter thing to do. Yeah, doing anything with a fever sucks. That I can't. Whenever I'm sick, I can't do anything. I wonder if I should do it that way. That might be the way to do it. Yeah. Like anytime I have a headache or a fever, my brain just does not work. It's like, nope, we're turning off for today. I will see you in a different time, in a different place. So I'm packing the games vertically instead of horizontally. So I'm hoping that that'll help distribute the forces while they're in shipment. So if it gets pushed down on the top, most of these boxes all have whatchamadealers, retro protectors anyway. Yeah, I know. No, when I get a really bad migraine, it knocks me out. Like, it makes me, like, lay on the floor crying, and then I'm just no good. But I also, the VA does Botox for me every 3 months for my migraines, so that's helpful. It doesn't make them go away, but it decreases the frequency from, like, 20 a month down to, like, 5. but I hurt my back. I don't know exactly what I did to hurt it, but back in October, and I thought that it was just maybe like I slept on it funky or something, and that it would get better, but it's just getting worse. And so now it's just very uncomfortable. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, even though I'm being grumpy now. I'm not trying to be. I just really, I'm more, like I said, I'm more frustrated with myself that I didn't think to just split the label up, and then I wouldn't have this issue at all. I could have just gotten it shipped out for everybody, no problem. Yeah. Sorry. I thought would not have responded, but no. That makes sense. Okay. We're getting there. I think we're going to be able to get everything in pretty nicely. Oh, thank you so much, Cyber. I appreciate that. And I appreciate that too, Xanar. Yeah. You know, again, it's more of like I have an expectation of how I'm supposed to perform my job, packing and doing all that stuff. And one, it's hard when you don't feel well, as you know. And two, it's just frustrating when things just don't work out. Like I'm just frustrated right now that these are going to be delayed, and that you know, it's a big order. Like it's a really, really big order, and you know, I know they want their stuff, so I'm just bummed. It'll be fine. But yeah, I'd rather get there in one piece than there be any kind of issues or anything like that. So, you know, I'm sure that 1 day delay isn't gonna hurt, you know, anybody. And obviously they can see that I'm packing the items, so. But again, it's a new customer, and I just have higher expectations for myself. So. Let's see. Alright, we're on our last 2 games. The last 2 games are Contra for the Super Famicom and the Jungle Book. So, and again, I'm sorry y'all, I'm not trying to be a downer. I'm just a little bummed. But it's okay. Like, one, it's just video games. It's not somebody's heart or any, you know, anything like that. So I know that nobody's life is on the line because it got delayed out. But, you know, I want y'all to be happy with our service. So that's the biggest thing. Oh, dang. Yeah, I'm sure. I've actually seen that happen where somebody won a jackpot on one of the slot machines and the machine malfunctioned and they're like, yeah, no, you didn't win. And they're just like, the F? I'd be like, I mean, yeah. I would be non-happy either. Okay, so got everything in there. Now it's just filling it in. I appreciate y'all for just being here and hanging out and helping us get the hours. You know, that's one of the things too. I was talking with Adam, the guy that has the Pluto prototype, because he has a travel. Well, he does video games, but he also has a travel YouTube channel, and you know, he's become friends with us over the past like 2 months since we hung out at Kansas City Retro Expo, and so. You know, we're very close to being monetized on this channel with YouTube, but unfortunately, like, we have the viewers, we just don't have the hours. And yesterday we lost over 100 hours because of content that was filmed last year. Like, you only get to keep your hours for 12 months. And so we woke up this morning and we had lost 100 hours. And so it was a little discouraging to, you know, to be filming every day or every other day, streaming, making content, having YouTube videos made out twice a week and stuff like that, and to still be losing. And so, you know, I reached out to him to see if he had any recommendations, and, you know, it's just hard, you know? Not that we need to be monetized on YouTube. Like, it does, you know, it just would be ads and stuff like that. And I'm sure y'all would appreciate not to have the ads and the monetization. So, but still, you know, it's like those are little goals that we're trying to reach and to accomplish for ourselves, because as a media company, you know, it helps us show legitimacy that we are at a certain level with our content. So, but again, I'm not a video editor. I learned how to do this from watching YouTube videos, you know, and I'm not a graphic designer. I'm just learning, you know, I mean, I do art, but all of this stuff is not what I went to school for. And so, you know, I'm not good at all of this stuff. And so that's frustrating too, because, you know, I'm trying. So, you know, we all have our struggles, and I know it's a silly struggle. Like, I'm happy I have a roof over my head. I'm happy I have wonderful friends. I'm happy I have a business that's successful. I'm just trying to do better. I do appreciate y'all just being here, seriously, and knowing y'all in real life, knowing you virtually, just having the support and the love on a regular basis just really does mean a lot. Okay. So. I appreciate it. Yeah, and I mean, you know, again, it's just silly little stuff. It's not the end of the world by any means. I mean, we're going to get monetized eventually. We're going to get, you know, sponsors and all of that stuff. Is it going to, like, you know, make anything, like, super awesome or change in our lives? I mean, you know, it might, but it's not, like, we're not in a bad place right now by any means. We're in a wonderful place, and we're doing great where we are right now. And so, shh, Spectre, I'm talking to my friends right now. You need to be quiet. You know, but again, like, it's kind of nice to have goals that you set for yourself and to try to accomplish those things. I can't do it all, so we had to, you know, we have Ty helping us edit videos and stuff like that. But, you know, even with that, you know, you still have to create the content. You still have to, you know, do the thumbnails, do the live streams, do the whatnot, do the TikTok, do the Instagram, do the YouTube, do the, you know, all those things. And, you know, we're 40 and Derek's, or General's about to be 41. So, you know, we didn't grow up with social media. We grew up with, you know, hanging out with your friends and, you know, driving around and stuff like that. So social media isn't necessarily our forte. We're just trying to do our best here. So, you know, it's one of those things where I know we're going to meet our goals, and I know that there's going to be a video one day that somebody's going to be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, or the algorithm's going to pop it off. But until then, I really do appreciate y'all being here. And like I said, I've made such wonderful friendships with all of y'all this past year. And, you know, y'all really helped us accomplish so much. I mean, you know, we got to go to Japan. We got to go to Milwaukee. We got to go to Portland. We got to go to Phoenix. We got to go to Kansas City. You know, we've done all these amazing things that in the past 10 years we hadn't gotten a chance to do. Unfortunately, the only travel we really got to do prior to this was traveling out of state for funerals. So, I mean, this is so much better than going to a funeral. So I should not be complaining at all, because things could be totally different. And I'm just so very grateful and blessed for all of this. You know, my parents always told me that video games would get you nowhere in life, and literally it's taking me around the world, and it's making me some of the best friends that I've ever had. And now I'm getting all emotional. But it's true, you know, like, y'all are really, really changing our lives, and I can't say thank you enough. Like, I really am grateful for all of y'all being here. So, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. This was J Drub's second box. This had his Wii U and all of the box games in it. The first box had his NES Entertainment System, plus the 3 graded games. Everything was bubble wrapped and packaged with popcorn peanuts. I will get the shipping label on this, and these will get shipped out to him tomorrow. I do believe we're going to have a Whatnot stream tomorrow. I'm not really sure what it's going to be yet. It'll be a surprise like it always is. So if y'all get a chance to pop in, even if y'all are just there to support, y'all don't have to buy anything from us. Like, there's only so much stuff you can collect, right? But I just appreciate y'all popping in and saying hey and sharing the love and, you know, being here for us when we have, you know, or when I'm having days like this. So, Thank y'all so much. I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's afternoon. And until I see y'all next time, bye.